So moving on to the last thing was flow of thought. Okay, flow of thought. That means having something that starts and ends. All right. That means you learn how to start with a thought and you end with a thought, and it all flows from there. Okay, meaning, going back to the cell phone analogy, you got a Cricket phone. Okay, you got a Virgin Mobile phone with a top-off card. You got 30 minutes to talk on your top-off card. Okay. Think about it for a second. You got 30 minutes to talk. Imagine that 30 minutes is a 16-bar verse. Someone's calling you. Someone's trying to get a hold of you. And you've got 30 minutes to listen. They better get to the point in that 30 minutes, or let's realistically 3 minutes, because most songs are about 3 minutes long. They've got 3 minutes to get to the point. Okay? Some of you guys making beats, get to the point on your beat. Don't give 17-bar verse intros. Okay? Don't take 3 minutes to build your beat. Because I'm telling you, if you're trying to give a beat to somebody and he's a rapper, I want to hear that beat in the first 2 bars. Give it to me. Okay? Don't do this, oh, this is where the strings come in. You're like, man, I could have got a pizza and came back by now. Here's where the strings come in again. And the drums have not even dropped yet. Guys, there's a term I use all the time. It says, don't bore us, get to the chorus. Okay? Don't bore us, get to the chorus. That's what everybody thinks when they listen to music. Don't bore us, get to the chorus. Okay? Again, I reiterate these things, not because I'm saying one is the best way. I'm just saying this is learning foundations, okay? Get to the point. Say what you've got to say. Say it as succinctly and as purposely and as quick to the point as you can, and then learn how to do it in a way that is unique, okay? Here's another example, and then we'll wrap this up about lyrics. 2 people call you. The first one calls you, and he's like, hey, man, what's going on, man? Oh, I'm doing good. Yeah, man, I'm so glad to talk to you. There's enthusiasm in their voice. Second guy calls you up. Hey, man, what's going on? How are you doing? They said the same thing, but what was the difference? One had a double shot espresso and a Red Bull before. No, basically the difference was how they said it. You see what I'm saying? It was the tone. It was the way they had to say what they had to say. And it was basically, they took what they had to say and they spiced it up. We know the gospel is amazing. We know talking about God, there's a million things you can talk about God. But some of us are so boring with how we present God. I mean, for real. All we do is take some Jesus jumbo and spit it back out. That's not what people want to hear. They want something real, something tangible. Don't tell me about the 10 Commandments. Now, that's not to say we shouldn't talk about the 10 Commandments, but don't just tell me blah, blah, blah. Tell me about your struggles. Tell me about your fears. Tell me about what you're going through. Tell me about what's in your head. Think about what Jesus talked about. When he began to speak, he used the common, every single day things that everyone knew. The Pharisees, they just got up there and read, God said this, God said that, God said this, God said that. Yeah, you're all going to hell. We're done. It's a big difference. So when it comes to your lyrics, yeah, you can write it, get done, and then maybe look back and go, how could I have done that better? How can I put a fresh spin? How can I think outside the box? Okay? Think outside the box. If some of us, our lyrics sound stale, it might be because our walk with God is a little stale right now. You know what I mean? If your music feels a little stale, maybe it's because you're not really getting in touch with the creator of all creativity. Now, I'm not saying we don't go through times where stuff gets stale, and you can be perfectly walking great. I'm not saying it's always that reason. But sometimes we got to go and make sure, oh, do I got everything together? Am I really hitting on all cylinders?